Listen to that. Listen to that dried up, miserable spitball. What do you call a spitball without spit on it? It's just a ball.
It's just a ball of paper that I throw at things because I don't want to damage anything.
Yeah. I wonder how many of my titles have been damaged from all these fucking spitballs.
But you're the thing with DVDs and Blu-rays is that their plastic casing is intact. The problem with old VHS is that the plastic all has holes in it, so it gets through to the slick.
But I mean, if I land like at the top of a case, the water can get inside the sleeve. You know.
That's gross.
Whatever.
But you work at JB, you can replace most of your stuff. You've got the power of the corporation behind you. You're part of the man.
All right, I'm gonna go first. By the way.
All right.
Lands on Junior.
Junior, the pregnant Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah, we talked about Meatballs last week, and now we're going to talk about Junior. Ivan Reitman.
I've never seen it. I've never seen Junior, and I like Arnie. I like Emma Thompson. I like Ivan Reitman, and I've
arguably the companion piece to Twins,
right?
Because it's Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, and I like Twins. I love Twins. Just never.
You know what?
Seen
Everyone sort of thought it was this, hilarious concept that, man gets pregnant. What a funny movie that would make. But there was a movie that I knew no one else did at the time. There was a movie from the 80s called Frankenstein's Baby with Nigel Planer.
Right.
From The Young Ones. And he played a pregnant man. Yeah, he played a pregnant man. No, that was...
Oh, no, sorry, that's right. That's Adrian Emerson. It's Neil.
Yeah. Neil. Yeah, and he played a pregnant man in Frankenstein's Baby.
Was he doing the
same story?
Was he doing the Neil voice?
No, he was cropped hair. It was just the everyday guy.
Right. I don't know if I watched that then. If he's not being Neil,
it's very funny.
Oh, do
you remember there was that movie with what's the guy who's married to Dawn French? Lenny Henry. And he was in a movie called Bernard's Genie.
Yes.
You remember that?
If she shakes her booty like she shakes her milk. That's a phenomenal film. I used to watch that. I used to watch that on my grandma had that on tape. We used to watch it all the time.
Right, long story short, I think it's made by the same people that did Frankenstein's Baby.
Oh, right. Okay, well, maybe I will have to check it out. If they're responsible for that goal. Because that was also one of the really early... Who was who was Bernard? It was Alan Cummings. Was Alan Cummings was Bernard? That was one of the first things I saw him in. I think it was like Circle of Friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to see him in. Remember on SBS they had Eat My Shorts, and I remember seeing there was a great short with Alan Cummings and Minnie Driver, and it was like a relationship kind of he said she said type short. And it was really good. And then, like, Circle of Friends came out, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the two people from the short. And then James Bond, the first Pierce Brosnan one, came out. And GoldenEye. And he is in it. Alan Cummings is the computer nerd at the start and at the end. Yeah. And then, in a weird kind of cameo, where Robbie Coltrane is like the Russian crime boss who's got the girlfriend who sings in his club, and it's Minnie Driver in like a cowboy hat singing like country and western songs with a Russian accent, and I'm like, oh my God, Alan Cummings must have got her this gig. Like I literally thought that they were like best friends or like going out or something, and they were getting each other smaller parts in their projects. Like I thought this was like there was an Alan Cummings Minnie Driver universe. And they were always in each other's thing. Like each one would put it in their contract that there has to be a role for the other person.
Yep.
This was really cool.
Right, fire away.
All right.
By the way, I've got a real delay with you now. There's a lot of pixelation, but I'm sure
is there?
We'll sort it out. That's all right. I think it's because you're getting yourself too excited there.
I do. Is my chair squeaking and. That hit Force 10 from Navarone. Did you hear that? Did you hear me? Have I paused?
Holy crap. Yeah, Force 10. Oh, yeah, you're frozen on my screen, and you sound like a robot. But I got Force 10 from Navarone out of that.
All right, Force 10 from Navarone. Yeah, that's what it hit, which is the follow-up to from Guns of Navarone, which would have been made, I feel like 20 years prior, with Gregory Peck and was it like, I can't remember who the other guy is, like James Mason or someone like that. And then this one comes out, and it's Harrison Ford is in it, and Carl Weathers, and Barbara Bach, and Richard
Harrison
Kiel.
Ford in this?
Yeah, Harrison Ford is the kind of the guy in charge of the mission, and he's like the army guy in charge of the mission, and he's taking along two British guys. Like one of them is like it's James or Edward Fox. I always get mixed up which is which, and the other one is what's his name? I think it's Robert Shaw, maybe. Is it Robert Shaw? The guy from Jaws and The Sting and...
I've only ever seen this... I've only ever... Yeah, and From Russia with Love.
Yes. Is it much younger and in much better shape?
I'll assume you can hear me because I can't hear you. And
I can hear
on
you.
My screen. This is really going back to the classic Glenn and Ben show of the early days.
No, you're crystal clear for me. I can hear and see everything in 3D. Don't worry, mate. Just use my video.
All right. Yeah, but you... Yeah, well, I know that this banter will make no sense to people watching, but I can tell you now that there's a big lag. Anyway.
All right.
I have only seen Force 10 from Navarone once, and that was with my dad, probably when it was on television. But
on TV.
I do remember it. I remember it fondly.
Some films are better as seen on TV, and I think Force 10 from Navarone is one of those. Like I bought, like it literally just arrived. It's a Eureka Special Edition Blu-ray, and it comes with a booklet and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, I haven't seen it in years, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch it. I kind of want it Channel 9 to put it on at 8:30.
Yeah,
so I can just watch it with ads. Is that wrong? Can I put my own? There should be a function on your DVD player that will automatically insert ads for you, like for toilet breaks and stuff. You're like, every a chapter
there's
point.
A market there. Ads from that era.
Yeah, and there has to be
ads from that era,
like Channel 9 idents from the early 2000s or the early 90s. Perfect. Or Channel 10 idents with the cast from Aerobics Hostile.
Like, Eater, like commercials for like IXL and stuff like that.
And it'd be great. And like Coddy's, all the Coddy's ads and stuff. It'd be great.
Yeah. Okay, I just threw a spitball, and it split off in two directions. It must have been two pieces of paper. So over there I've got Pan's Labyrinth, and then over there I've got The Postman. So I'll let you choose.
I like The Postman. The Postman's an epic masterpiece.
Oh, I am so glad you said that, because a few weeks ago, as you probably know, our good friend Jarrett Garn watched The Postman for the first time.
He's never seen it before.
I was so disappointed that he was disappointed. He hadn't until that point. I love it. I think it's a really underrated
It's an epic
film.
Like it is like I think the problem with it is the main kind of conceit of it about the meaningfulness of the postal system is probably the biggest flaw. Like Kevin Costner is perfectly cast. Olivia Williams is great. What's his name? What's his name? Will, whatever his name is, who plays the villain. What's his name? He's bald.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you mean.
Anyway, that guy. He's also like the sidekick in the Punisher movie, and he's a bunch of stuff. He's in Gone in 60 Seconds, and Will Patton. Will Patton? No.
I wanted to say Will Patton before, but I don't know if that's his name.
Yeah, but anyway, that guy, he's great. And what's funny in that is I'm pretty sure prior to the apocalypse in The Postman, he plays he's like a photocopy repairman. And if you've ever watched that show, Resistance, the TV series that's based on a series of books set in a post electronic like world, like someone's dropped one of those EMP bombs and there's no power anymore, so we've instantly gone back to the Stone Age. And one of the main bad guys in that, one of the main military bad guys, he was a photocopy repairman or photocopy salesman before the lights went out. And right. It's like, you're like, oh my, it's actually, he's playing the Will Patton character from The Postman.
Wow.
So there you go.
Mate, this isn't even a trivia video. There you go.
No, I'm sure. Look, I'm like, this is not. It's none of this is this isn't even Wikipedia approved. This is like, this could all be completely be made up. I could be proven completely wrong.
All right. Now, here's the funny thing. My camera has had a habit of turning itself off, and now I think the battery is about to go flat. So can we fit one more in? And if we cannot, if the camera cuts, I'm going to cut the episode wherever that point is.
All right. All right.
Go for it.
That hit something wild.
Oh, my goodness. With Melanie Griffith.
With Melanie Griffith and
Jeff
Daniels and Ray Liotta.
I used to watch that to death when I was a kid. It was it was a cheeky film.
Well, I mean, like the part where she pretty much, like at the start, where she pretty much takes him to the apartment, the hotel to have sex with him, like straight away, was the only part I had seen, like it played as a midday movie.
Yeah.
And then I picked it up on Blu-ray in a recent Criterion sale, and it was the first time after listening to a couple of Ray Liotta interviews where he was talking about it, I was like, I've got to watch it, and I was blown away. I thought it was an amazing film with an amazing soundtrack. Like, the soundtrack is really good, but the movie is great as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a rip snorter, mate. And I had that on VHS too until I got rid of them all, and I haven't replaced it. But I feel like watching that now.
It's definitely worthwhile. Like, the Criterion edition is excellent.
Camera just stopped.
Oh.
Yep. We're done.
We're out.
Camera stopped.